We need to think of a new advert for freebets.com.
Get your best betting offers from freebets.com.
Yeah, that'll do.
The following deals are now live.
Deontay, I've got to ask, you said recently a fight with Anthony Joshua, although you're not looking over Joseph Parker, it's probably as close as it's ever been. Do you believe in your heart of hearts, if you get past Joseph Parker, this fight will happen?
I believe it will happen, but I do understand that I live in a society, I live in a world that things happen. You understand? Sometimes people make decisions and then they change their minds. Not saying that he's gonna change his mind or anything. I'm just saying that what can happen. So nothing is 100% until that bell say ding and we throw the first punch. But if I chose my heart, I believe it will happen. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens after this. My main focus is on Joseph Parker at this moment in time. I don't want no one to mistake that with the talks of me and Anthony fighting. And I hope people can understand and respect that. And after this fight, when I come out with the win, and hopefully Joshua come out with this win, we can finally, once and for all, settle the score and get the fans what they've been waiting for so long to see.
I've heard Anthony talk about wanting the belt. Does that concern you when you hear talks about that? Because he's been world champion, two-time world champion. Right. You've been world champion. For now, is it just about biggest fights, most money possible at this stage of your career? So does that concern you at all?
I mean, it doesn't concern me. You know, like I said, different strokes for different folks. You know, his goals in life and my goals in life are different. He may want to be a 3-time heavyweight champion of the world. You know, for me, I want to fight the best of the best in the division. I don't really care about belts, but to leave my career, I want to leave a legacy. I want to leave something that the people can remember me as somebody that fought the best of the best in my era. Because at the end of the day, people are not going to worry about what belt you had, but they're going to remember who you fought, the time you fought. And I think this is the greatest time in history for the heavyweight division. And hopefully, you know, this fight will happen.
Deontay, I've got to ask then, if it didn't happen, what would you put it down to?
Say that again?
If the fight did not happen, what would you put it down to?
What I put it down to?
If it did not happen.
What do you mean put it down to?
What would be the reason behind it?
Oh, I mean, if it didn't happen, it ain't gonna be me.
Obviously with a Joseph Parker fight as well, Deontay. I mean, speak louder if you want, he's right there for you.
Well, you know, we both have different mindsets. We all both have different goals in life. His goals is different than mine. You know, different strokes for different folks. You know, and if it doesn't happen, it'll be because, you know, he went another direction and his plan is different. And that's okay for me. Like I told him before, if we never fight, I wish him nothing but the best and nothing less. And I genuinely mean that from the bottom of my heart. So it'll be a bummer for the fans, but you know, I'm happy and I'm at peace. So whatever happens, happens.
In terms of the Joseph Parker fight itself, what challenges does Joseph pose, and what do you make of him obviously having Tyson Fury in camp, your former foe?
But Joseph, I mean, he was a world champion at one point in time. You know, he comes with a lot of heart. He comes with a lot of bravery. So when you have a man that comes with a lot of heart and bravery, it always sets out for great fights. And being able to be in the Fury camp, that doesn't bother me. That don't mean nothing to me, because I don't think he's ever faced a guy with my caliber, especially not my power. So good luck to him, and I'm looking forward to the fight come Saturday night.
John, can we get a bomb squad?
Bomb squad!
Your interview with Brian Costan, you said you're a born champion and Anthony Joshua is a made champion. Can you just elaborate on that statement?
Well, with that being said, when you've been born, things just come natural to you. Your grind, your grit, your determination, your will to fight anybody in the world, that's a born. When you're made, in your mind, you're selective of who you fight, your conscious, you're conscious of who you fight, your determination or your will to want to do things may not be there. And that's the difference between the born and the made. The born, you have decisions whether you want to. The made, you have certain decisions whether you want to pick and choose. When you're born it, anybody can get it.
Deontay, obviously, yesterday, a lot of spat with Jarrell Miller. He seemed to go around starting on everyone.
Yeah.
What do you make of it all?
I mean, that's just his personality. I think Jarrell Miller, he lost a lot of time in boxing, due to certain events and activities that he brought up on himself. And I think, the old school way is always getting in another fighter's face or starting commotion where the fans will look in and want certain things to happen. And I think he just continued with the old mentality of trying to get fights, because I think he really have lost a lot of years in boxing with certain actions that he's taken, or the path that he's taken, and he's just trying to regain that all back. So, and also that's the guy's personality. He wants to be exciting. He wants to be a different heavyweight, and and that's what he does. It's entertaining for those that's watching, and what else can you ask for more? It's only one him, and so enjoy him while he's here, because at some point in time there will be no more.
I asked Joseph Parker what Tyson Fury said to him. He said, "Don't get hit by the right hand once in 36 minutes." But apparently they have the perfect game plan. What do you make of that?
Hey, we'll see if they have the perfect game plan. We're going to see on the night of the fight. But I would tell him, as I tell everyone else that's watching, don't blink. Because bam, baby, it's going to be a good night. I don't think he's ever fighting one like me. And I'm looking for NyQuil to sponsor me, because he's going to need a pillow come to Saturday night.
Deontay, thank you.
Blessings.
We need to think of a new advert for freebets.com.
Get your best betting offers from freebets.com.
Yeah, that'll do.
The following deals are now live.